All right, I got this. I got this.
Bad girls make them say wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Say wow, wow, wow.
All right, everybody, after my little cry of frustration and madness and everything, I'm just gonna keep it in. I don't care. All you bitches know how it feels when you're just like, what is happening? Like, what is actually fucking happening right now? And that is currently me, but I am slowly coming out of it, which circles us to the episode of, did I get it all wrong? So I got my trusty laptop here to keep me with notes for you. All right. So let's give like a little nutshell of what this episode's going to be. Obviously, it's all going to be around the did I get it all wrong saga and what the fuck that means. So I nearly quit my business. The actual going on seek.com and going in and typing in marketing, social media, photographer, sales, whatever. And don't get me wrong, I've done this before in very many types of times that I've had, but this time for real, felt like I was actually going to do. I actually sent it to myself and I was like, actually, I could really do this job. Like, I actually could. Now, let me preface, there is no shame in that, because I know lots of photographers and everything like that do a side job as well, you know, because why wouldn't you? You don't want your family to starve and shit. And that was my mentality. But I was about to throw it all the fuck in, like done. And then I stopped posting over summer. I just let my momentum dry up, and surprise, surprise, it completely fucked me. And I'm going to talk about that bit. And also there is the amazing time that I had in Philippines, which actually turned out way more fucking dramatic than I thought it was going to be. Not bad dramatic, very life-changing, identity crisis dramatic. Not drama and fights, more like my internal world got shaken up, and it basically came down to the whole, who the fuck am I really? And what am I doing with my life? So let's get into it. The business. I love my business. I love feeling that I can have girls come in and they can feel like themselves, and they're all like naked and juicy, and well, they don't have to be naked, by the way. Just anybody that doesn't know me, I'm a photographer, and I have a studio in my garage that I converted, and it's so delicious. And women from Brisbane, Gold Coast, everywhere, Australia, because some do fly, have their boudoir photos with me, and it's a very self-love, empowering type of photo shoot, and it's fun. It's just fucking fun. Super fun. But I finally got burnt out from doing everything. When I say doing everything, I don't mean like super much the business, because I actually really love the house. I love working, guys. Like, I know that makes me sound like a freak, but I'm so passionate about what I do. I love business. I love being in my masculine and doing like nerdy shit, you know? Don't like the other stuff like websites and emails, and oh man, they're like literally the death of me. But I do love connecting with people and taking photos and getting creative and doing fun shit all the time. That is my favorite stuff. And I'm a nerd, and I just love reading and learning more about how to run a business and the psychology of running a business, and just everything that comes with being a business owner is really cool. I have progressed my mindset so much. So much. And it's just basically, entrepreneurship is self-development on crack. Like, there is no time to let it integrate. It's go. Like, as soon as you learn something, cool, apply it, done. Doesn't work, fuck, okay, you don't have time. But as a woman, I feel like I should have probably let myself have time. But anyway, I did all the things, and then I stopped posting over summer. I knew that look, this was the thing in my head, right? I knew that if I stopped posting, that it would go down. But I also knew that I'd signed up to a Facebook and ads course that as soon as I came back from Philippines, I would jump straight into. And the whole selling point of that was I don't have to keep being on Instagram and posting stories and blah, 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 so that I could, what's the word? So that I could actually be with my children and my family and my blah, 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 right? And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. So in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm relaxed. I can, because I know that I'll still get leads coming in because this course is going to teach me. By end of February, I'll be back to normal. Everything's juicy. It really fucking wasn't. I don't know why I listened to other people's shit. And look, everyone does it, obviously. Everyone listens to other people's shit. But the thing is, I already know my community. I love posting. I love doing shit. And I love talking to everybody in real time. This is how I became friends, because I love to communicate and I love everyone communicating with me. And it's just so much fun. But I stopped it all. Like, I 0% stopped it all. I even created so much content in the Philippines. It was beautiful. It was amazing. Got so much beautiful, cool content. And I didn't post one bit because I was like, just do it when I get home. And I know me. I'm one of those people that's like, right, if you're inspired, do it right the fuck now. That's how I've always worked, and that's how I've progressed as hard as I can. I don't like being lazy. I don't like being like, I'll do it later, you know? But I was like, no, I'm on holiday. I like doing this. And no, because I'm not that person, but I want to be that person. I keep trying to be that person. Holidays for me, they don't work. And I finally feel okay with that, because I listened to a podcast, The Diary of a CEO with Alex Hormozi, and he was saying how he doesn't like holidays because they take him out of his work, out of his life that he actually leads. And then I was just, and I only listened to that last week, and I was like, that's it. That's me. It doesn't I like what I do. I like posting every day. I like talking to my friends. I like creating videos and photos and sharing it that day. Like, what is wrong with that? I'm a creative person, but I let shit get into my head, and now I've got all this Philippines content that I don't know what to do with, because now I look at it and I'm like, ugh. You know, which I know I'm going to force myself to go do it. I will, because it was really beautiful time and whatever. But that is not me. I should have just kept going. I shouldn't have listened to this is how you should run your life fucking saga from every Tom, Dick and Harry that doesn't even fucking know me. And so I lost momentum. I went into a really deep spiral, and I lost all my pipelines, my leads. All my clients were going through a really tough time. So all their payments were really fucking late, which I'm always going to be really nice about that, because I understand, like, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I have children to feed, you have children to feed, so I will never ever make anyone feel shit about that. Never. I'd rather take the brunt of it than them have to feel like they take the brunt of it, because that's just so fucking wrong to me. It's like, ugh, I can't handle that. But I will put better systems into it so that people and me, we both go, because it really did dry up. Like, my business dried up because I had maybe 10 clients, which were usually like the good, like, not the good clients, everyone's a good client, but I meant like it was keeping my business ticking along. Okay, so that's fine. So now I'm gonna integrate it into the future so that it doesn't fuck me or them again if they go through anything that's like detrimental to them that they can't pay. But yeah, I got super dried up, $0, and I was like, holy shit, I need to get a full-time job and start there. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I had enough to get the business going, but not enough to go extra for other things. And I'm gonna be fucking honest about that, because I'm a small business owner. I am, and it is what it is. Like, everyone goes through it, and I know that now, and I'm kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. And so I was like, all right, fuck it. And then slowly I was just coming out of it, and I was like, am I really gonna fail myself? Like, am I, Daphne, really gonna fail myself? Because I don't care about everyone else, but how will I feel if I'm like, nah, you finished up, this is my dream. This is my life. This is what I fought so hard to work for, and the connection that I have with my friends. I would lose all my clients and they've become all my friends. I would lose everyone. And I care more about that than everything else, because like I have such an awesome like network of people and I love them so much. And I'm just like, no fucking way. So now what brought me back was the fact that it was a reality check that no one is saving me but me. Now, I've come through waves of this a lot, like, oh yeah, and then coming back down, coming back down. But it's like, no, but truthfully, no one is saving you but you. So that's a tick into that. And then I'm gonna get back, and then just doing that reel today, it started to clean up my studio. And then I was thinking in my head, and I was like, fuck, I want to connect with my audience again, my girls, and like I need to let them in. Like I need to fucking let them in. Like you all let me in constantly. You get not only physically naked for me, but you literally bare your soul for me in every shoot, every DM that I get, that everyone's like messaging me like, Daph, you make me feel so confident. Like, look what I did. I took selfies, me sexy, and I sent them to my partner, and like they love them and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, like it's so fucking good. What I need to do is stop worrying that I don't connect with you anymore and just be connecting. Instead of trying to have an agenda to how can I connect with them? Well, I just connect by just being me. And if I'm changing, which I am massively, that is okay, because the ones that will stick around will stick around. And at least the people that are coming that's new will have me as me right now. And right now I am changing a lot. I am stepping into this, I don't know, like this fuck you mentality, but not fuck you mentality, but like more like, this is me and I'm ambitious, I'm psychotically hungry for life and work and connecting and making sure that I live a big life, and that is okay. Like that is actually so fucking okay. I don't need to always be reserved or try be this yummy, chilled fucking person, because I am, but not in the way that social media makes me have a look at. And this is no one's fault but my own. Like, I need to let go of that part of myself that once was and I've been clinging on to. And I don't know, maybe some other people do that. And now it's like, it's fine, because I am in a new stage of my life. I'm in my 30s now. I'm 31. I just turned 31. So this is a new era of me. And that is okay. I don't need to be a good girl and be this and that. I can just be me and like really accept that side of me and just work with that, which is the hungry, which is the motivated, which is the funnel vision focused motherfucker, which is the boring person that maybe only comes out once in a while, but then she'll get shit faced, but then that's it. You know, like I am fun. It's okay for me to be sober. It's okay for me to just rather go and jump in waterfalls and ride motorbikes and, you know, have a glass of wine here or there, but not want to do it all weekend. Like that is okay. I'd rather read a self-development book or a dirty smart book or watch like cool ninja movies. And it's okay that I'm a nerd. Like it's okay. Yeah. Okay, I have to quickly touch on the identity crisis that I've been doing. I think I'm going to do a whole other episode for this, because I just want to start making my episodes really, really quick from now on, like punchy and fun and like to the point. It doesn't have to be fun. I mean, it can be deep or it can be juicy, because that's the whole point of this fucking podcast. And that's kind of why I had a big break, because I was like, who am I? Who am I trying to be? And then all these things. Anyway, let's go back to the fact that I went to the Philippines. Now, this is my home country. I haven't been there since I was 7. I've had, like trauma and all that kind of stuff. And those are your imprint years as a child, and that really carries with you. And I was bilingual for a very long time in my life. So I went from completely being wild Filipino girl in Philippines, living with my family and all that things, to then living straight into like basic a white country, a white Western culture when I was 7, and then I lived with my dad full time. And I cut off all connection to my culture, everything. Like it was, at the time, it was needed because I needed to learn to be English. There was a lot of bullying about like your racism in school, and then I had to be really good with my accent and do all that stuff, you know. And then on top of that, I had 2 white parents because my dad remarried to my stepmother, mum. So then they have 2 brown kids and 2 white parents. So it's just, the whole thing was a mind fuck, okay? So the whole time I've grown up, I've been white. Yes, I'm like, okay, people look a bit weird, like I don't really look that Asian. So my whole life, like the story, the ugly duckling and the swan thought he was really ugly because he was looked different to everybody because they're in, but it was in a family of ducks. Now I'm brown in a family of ducks, but I was the swan this whole time, and it took a really, really long time for me to understand my whole entire life that I am actually irrevocably and inevitably brown. Guys, I know to you, you're probably like, what the fuck, Daph? You know, you don't even look like that, or you are. Well, I don't care what you think, whatever. But the fact is that is a massive identity shift in itself. Because I had no culture, but I looked like someone with culture. I couldn't speak a dime of anything. And it's only 10 years ago that I really now have talked to my biological mother. And so it's like, holy shit, I have this whole other side of me and that I didn't know. And it has been a massive fucking journey to get to the point that like, am I Filipino? Am I just English? But now I live in Australia and I have such Australian culture. I swear like a sailor. Like, I have sausages, I have barbecues, like, you know, like, and my English upbringing was very, very strict up until I was a teenager and left home. So even though I was living in Australia, my family was still very, very British in the way they grew us up, strict bedtime, strict everything, you know? And that's just the British life, like you don't, you know, emotions and, ooh, don't hug. And yeah, so it's kind of, but then, you know, I had my own children and I did everything purely by instinct with a few things that was obviously things I learned from my parents, but I had them and I nurtured them and I kept them close, and I don't know, it was just this feral motherhood instinct inside of me to keep them close. Like people call it now like gentle parenting and fucking crunchy parent, right? Like all that stupid shit. And yeah, and it was just like, and then I went home and I met my family, and it was so fucking beautiful. Like I have cousins that are basically my sisters and that we grew up together, and it was the most amazing time. All my life I've had no big families. I've always been so envious of people with big families, and like I've always been really attracted to Islander families, or even like my friends who have big families and have their mum looking out for them, or they come watch their children, or this. Like I had none of that, like none of that. So for me to suddenly get put into a family where, because my mother, my nanai means mum, my nanai is the eldest of 9, and I was like a celebrity. I had so many cousins. It was so beautiful, and the more it was instant. That's all I can say. It was instant, and I got there and I was like, holy shit, the way they lived. I just slid right in there as if like I never left. I was 7 when I left, and I came back when I was 31. That's 20 something years, guys. Like, and the fact that I went in there instinctively has made me like 100% now, has made me believe even more in the science and DNA of the research that says whatever happened to your mother's mother will happen to you and will link into your DNA. So if they were feeling the stresses of being like poverty or hunger or all of that, which will carry into their womb, it like sticks onto the DNA or the egg of the mother, and then that mother, and then that next baby. And now, because I have just been, I don't know, like I've been this crazy hungry person, and now I look at my nanai and then she tells me stories about her nanai, and I'm like, this is where I get my ambition from. This is where I get my like discipline from, my hunger and like everything. And I saw my mother, my nanai, in a whole new different light, and the struggles that she had to go through. So being so fucking poor, and I understand why she had to give us up and like for us to get a better future to live with our father in England. Because I went there and the conditions, oh my God, it's just, I was a hairbreadth away from living that life with my cousins. Are they happy? Yes, but they are struggling, and it's like they work for $20 per day. Like, I know also economy, everything there is cheaper too, so it like kind of matches, but it still doesn't. It still fucking doesn't. And it just gripped me. Like, the whole time I was in a whirlwind when I was there, because all I was doing was listening to everyone's stories. I had this book. I got this like art book, and I wrote down everyone how much they made and blah, 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 what they wanted in their futures. And I just knew I could help them somehow, because my nana was like the don. She was like paying for everyone's unis and blah, blah, blah. Well, she was working full-time living in Switzerland, because that's what the main culture is, that you leave your children there and you go overseas to get better money because the exchange rate is really good, but you have to leave your family. And that culture absolutely fucking sucks. I hate that part of the culture, because the only way for them to get money is to leave their children. And I still remember being left by my mother when she had to go to Switzerland and all of that. And it's still to this day, like, that's why I was very like, make sure my children are sticking with me no matter what. I'll build a business around. I cannot leave them. But now my cousins are going through that, and I want to help them in a way. And it's just something now that's on my trajectory of making sure that I am the first one in our family to stop that nonsense, or marrying off to an older person in another country, even if they don't love them. Like, that is those two main things, is find another man that's older, whatever, more money, and you go live with him. And it sucks. It fucking sucks. And me seeing it finally was just like another... I cried a lot over there. Like, I did and I didn't, because I didn't want to show them and stuff like that, like how I felt so privileged, but I was so shocked. I burst into tears. That was nearly so close to being my life. And now I also feel like I'm stuck between guilt and privilege. Like I feel guilty that, like, I feel shit that I'm even having these stupid problems that I was saying today, you know, like, oh my God, like my pipeline dried up because that's my fucking fault. You know, like, that's my fucking fault. And listening to all this shit, well, it's like I have my cousins back home and they're working their fucking to their fingertips, you know, and just to get pittance money. And but they're still so happy and together. And I just think to myself, like, it's just a constant roundabout since I've been home, and it's just like landing and in and out of me and everything. It's just something that I'm really trying to change my mindset and perspective, and I am using it as my fuel to be better and to help them, because I've already paid for glasses, I've already paid for learners or something over there, and then now I'm paying for all of them to get the English course, and then hopefully I'm gonna get them to come over here and then get a job, and then so that they can feed their families and hopefully retire their parents. Because I did say to my mother, my nana, I said, no more, you cannot give them, because she's so tired, she's old, she's been sending money, she'll go to the markets and she'll do that. I was like, it's time for you, you've done enough sacrifice. She's helped so many of her brothers and sisters, my uncles and aunties, and it's made a big difference. And also I have other siblings there too, so it's a whole thing, but they're fine. I said, no, it's fine, you rest your head. And now she's like, she did this, I was so angry when she did that. For anyone that's not watching this, she put a imaginary crown off of her head and put it onto my head. And I was so angry when she did that. I was like, no. But then I was like, now I've landed. I was like, yes, it is that. Maybe I had to go through all that shit so that I could help my family and break the generational curses. Or generational curse, yeah, I guess it could be that. And patterns of the only way to get out of money is to sell yourself or like leave your children, because those aren't the things that I'm about, you know. I believe in, you don't have to like do that. You don't have to sell your body to do that, or you have to sell the time that you have with your children. Those two things I'm so fucking passionate about. This is why I'm like, you gotta stay with your business. You gotta make sure, because that is the mentality over there. Even Nana was still like, just find them a man to marry in Australia. No, because they need to find it in themselves to work for them, and that they can build their own businesses and have a very like a very fulfilling life, where it doesn't have to be because of struggle or like lack of money. Like, we can do this. So I'm just like, that's just the main thing in my head right now that's going around. And then the whole identity of, yes, I actually am Filipino, and yes, I am British, but also, yes, I'm Australian. So it's a lot, and I'm excited by it, and I feel like I'm complete. I have this whole family back home. Like, I call it my home now also, and it's just so nice, and I miss them every day. I can't even look at my photos without like getting like really tearful. So I just got my old photos I found old photos of me when I was a child, you know, when I was like 6, 7, even being dramatic, like posing like this, and I was so fucking cute and beautiful. I was like, oh snap. But it was so cute. Anyway, I just loved it, and it's just a part of me now. Like, I want my own home, that I want to live there like part-time. I want to be in the culture. I want to be talking Visaya. I want to be, you know, like in that family environment and stuff. But right now, what I need to do is help them by being here and sticking to my business and connecting with everybody, and just, you know, now I have like another purpose that every shoot I get, because it's going towards them. It's going towards the education. You know, it's like my own little charity that I'm doing, and it's getting them out of that mindset. And then now my cousins' children, like, and my nieces and nephews, like, now I get to give them an opportunity. I just need to feed their mindset also. But the only way for them to see that something is great is if I do it. If I've got to be the one, which leads back to the no one's going to save me. I'm the only one that's going to save me. And now, not only do I have my children here to like love and do all their things, but I also got this whole family back home, so I can't give up. Like, I just fucking can't. And plus, Filipinos don't give up. My nana never gave up to work as hard as she did all through her life to make sure that she had all her grandchildren, and gave my brother and I up so that we could have a better future. I will not let her sacrifices be in vain. Oh God, wow, that was a lot. Anyway, so which encompasses the end of this, which is the good girl pressure. I am so fucking done with the good girl pressure, guys. Like, I am fucking done being best wife, being the best mom, best fucking sister, daughter, everything to everybody. Like, I tried very hard to like do all those things, but I think it's always going to be a dance, because it's just how we've always been born to be. And also, I do look at other women. I'm very envious of their soft nature and their lovingness and their like yummy vibes. And oh God, I'm just like, why can't I just be like you? Why can't I just be? Alrighty, I have to finish this off because I have gym, and my PT's gonna get very mad at me. So what it comes down to is, this is it. This is literally it. This is my life, and it's okay if I'm not going to be that person anymore. I have to let that person go, and I just have to accept it as it is. And I don't want to apologize anymore for being the person that I am. I am too much. I am too fucking much. I am. I'm loud. I'm obnoxious at times. I'm fucking crazy. And then I'm also a recluse, and I also don't want to talk to you, and I want to stick my nose in a book and live in a fairy tale land and love all my children, just sit with them and do nothing. That is okay. That is okay. I don't have to be anything else but what I am right now, and I have to be okay with that. I am ambitious as fuck, and I am hungry as fuck. I don't care anymore. I am gonna this is why I am this way, because my mother, the DNA, it got in. I am proud of it. I am a proud Filipino lady, okay? And I have so much inside of me that is my culture, that's imbued in my blood, in my skin, in my face. And this has been the part that I have been wanting all my life, and it's here. And I just got to accept it, and this is what it is. I have a mission to make sure that all women in their whole entire lives can make their own decisions without feeling like they can't be who they are. Like, they're thinking, oh, maybe I'm too sexy. Oh, I can't be this. Oh, I have to do this. I have to marry this man or this woman because that's the only way I can save myself. No, you can save yourself. You can be whoever the fuck you want to be. Just like the whole purpose of this podcast is living a deep and juicy life. The deep side of it is the dark shit that we avoid, right? And then I was avoiding my own struggles, and now I'm just like, fuck it, let's go hard. Maybe someone might resonate. Maybe this is a too much episode again and it's gone over. Who gives a fuck? I need to stop giving a fuck. Like, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to be this way anymore. And then there's the juicy side of the life, you know, the triumphs, the joy, the laugh, the cuddles, the sex, the fun photo shoots, the fact that I get to pay for my cousin's schooling, and then soon they'll be over here and hopefully they'll get sponsored and they can have a good life, and then my boys can see me work hard, and then that's it, you know? And having loving, fulfilling relationships with my friends and my clients and my audience, and then there'll be some that won't like it, and that's totally okay as well, because they can go somewhere else, and then that person who isn't me can fulfill their needs, and that's okay. Like, it's actually so okay. There's enough for everybody. In fact, there's so much in the whole entire world. But one thing is, it's hard. Everything is hard, so I might as well just choose my fucking hard, you know? And it's okay that I'm doing all these things. Okay, I'm gonna go to the gym, get some pre-workout in. I didn't have any coffee today, and I'm just trialing it, and I'm actually okay. I feel very level-headed, because I usually use coffee to focus and get me going, but I'm okay. Maybe because I'm kind of enjoying this. Maybe for the podcast I'll just leave it without coffee. Anyway, so I don't know when I'm gonna post or how many times I'm gonna post, because who the fuck cares? I do my own shit. I can do whatever the fuck I want, okay? And so can you. Just remember that, okay? Okay, so the point of living a deep and juicy life is however you want to. We do not fit into a box. You can create your own shit whatever way you want. All you need to do is be consistent and disciplined, and just accept who you are, but always try and make sure that you're going to be better. And then, like, own that deep side of you. Because trust me, if you avoid it like me, little Capricorn here is like, no, push those feelings away, it's going to blow up in your fucking face. Like me, just enjoy everything, guys, and find your and it doesn't matter if you get lost. I'm still going in and out of this. Maybe tomorrow I'll lay in bed and do absolutely nothing and cry all day. Like, it's part of life. It's part of the deep and juicy life. Okay, if this hit home, share it, DM me, scream it into the void, cry in your pillow, journal, tell me you hate me. Don't tell me you hate me. Let me know. This is very fucking vulnerable. I feel weird and shit, but I'm gonna let it sit, because I know this wasn't in coffee, so I won't get the coffee crash anxiety saying, oh my God, what did I say? Because I know exactly what I said about everything. Okay, I love you all, and I really appreciate you all, my ladies. I am going to stick around for you. I am sticking around for you, because you literally give me life and you inspire me every day. I love you all.